Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Paterson. Welcome to 2023. I hope this year is better for every single one of you. It's going to be a good year. I'm looking forward to it. Let's look at the work that you've uploaded to our subreddit. The most upvoted this week was a meme, which I'm quite happy with. I will always find you, and I will always find you. I've seen plenty of this happen in other design work. It's so important to choose the right font. Yeah, you can see on the right, it's not as friendly as the one on the left. Choosing a good typeface can change the whole attitude of what you're saying. Instead of something looking like a serial killer is trying to find you, simply changing the typeface can make it look like your first love or your true love is coming to find you. Fonts do matter. Pick your fonts wisely. British IT with 42 upvotes. So this is the original logo here, and this is your one. What I like about the original is that it's got that sort of cartoon feeling. It doesn't take it so serious. Obviously, it's British. It's blue and red. It's got the flag in there. It's got Big Ben, or shall I say the tower. Big Ben is the actual bell. Now, the way that you've gone ahead and changed this is you've created the B here for British IT. What I do like is making it more concise. So having a design that is more concise, less illustrative, can always be better and more appreciated by people like myself. Brand identity designers. Simplistic means easier to read, easier to remember. However, that tower is iconic. People know it to be from London, so British IT. But what I do appreciate again is the typography. You've chosen a better type. I prefer it. It's slightly wider than usual, but it makes sense. It makes it seem more broad. The next one with 37 upvotes. Ooh, I like the mockups here. If you want to learn about how to get good mockups for a good price, stick around. This is 100% hand-drawn doodle illustration of the Ohio State Buckeyes Block 0 logo, an American college football team. The design features hundreds of them and sport-related doodles within them. Let me know what you think. It took around 30 hours to complete. Okay, I'll be honest, I only just realized that this has got a ton of illustrations inside it. Now, I really like this. It's really cool. I think what you've done well there is you've got that doodle style in there. It's all one monoline sort of thickness all the way through in all illustrations. From a standpoint of just looking at it from a t-shirt, I wish it was larger because I would be able to see more of the illustrations in there. It looks so detailed and so well done that it just feels like it's been block printed. It looks really good though. I like the style. However, just make it bigger. I know it would be out of balance with the t-shirt, but even just making it huge would allow people to see the detail in there a bit better. Again, I might just be a bit biased there. Here's some process images. I like these. You've done such a good job with it, dude. Well done. I really like that face there. That's really cool. Okay, the next one, Zara _ logo _ bracket sweet shop. This is one of those crazy logos that make you feel like you're tripping. Oh, that is a cool animation. I love how clean it looks in its original state as well when it's been sketched. Surprisingly, I can read that pretty well. And I've never seen a design like this. It kind of looks like a caterpillar or some sort of like bug to me when I'm like squinting my eyes. But the composition is definitely unique. So you've got that going for it. I love the color, the purple and the yellow, the sort of pastel-y. They're not too brazen there. So it's a sweet shop. I don't see anything to do with sweets in there. It doesn't remind me of sweets aside from the fact obviously purple is Cadbury's UK purple, but nothing in there is distinctly sweet candy, sweet shop kind of vibes. I don't have that. It reminds me more of like one of those hippie t-shirts, I'll be honest. However, that doesn't mean you can't experiment with stuff like this. I think I found the problem. The problem is you don't have any mock-ups of a candy shop or sweet shops or any branding on there. So let's go find you one at our sponsors website, Envato Elements. Okay, let's go candy shop. Let's go for graphic templates, product mockups. We have so many mockups here, like even chip packs. Okay, let's take this mockup. Let's just download it and see what we get. All you do is you download it. You can download it with a license. You just add the license holder into there. Now we're going to try and attempt to take your logo here. So let's take this, double click here, and as simple as this, you can just add your logo straight onto it like so. Boom, straight away you've got a realistic mockup straight from Envato. Look at how realistic that looks. So with Envato Elements, not only do you get mockups, but you get fonts, you get audio, you get logo reveal animation templates, you get presentation templates. You get over 55 million different assets for graphic designers for less than $20 a month when you're on the annual subscription. When you click the link below as well, you get a 7-day free trial. So you saw how easy it was to create a mockup and how effective it can be. Imagine if you spent a bit more time making some packaging design to sell that design. So click that link below. Thank you, Envato, for sponsoring this video. Mockup logo for a chicken egg lab research company. Use 3 soft overlapping gradients. Oh, this is interesting. So this is an chicken egg lab research company. What I love about this is the thought behind it of creating the depth. Is that how you say? Creating the depth of the egg. You know, you've got the outside bit, the shell, you've got the white and the yolk, and you've done that all the way through. And you're showing the transparency. I love the feeling of it. The problem that we have with these types of logos is that they don't print very well. However, that's not a bad thing. Most of the time now, we don't really need to think too much about printing if you're not going to be, creating products or printing, onto phone cases or anything like that. If it's purely a web company, it's fine. You can just keep these gradient logos because you can't print gradients very well. You can't overlap things very well. Black and white always works well. However, if you're just using this as a research lab logo and it's just for the website and to get people to really understand what it's about, then you've done a good job with it. The next one with 22 upvotes. This is my own personal logo, and this has been on my mind constantly for a while now. Can't seem to decide on which is correctly spaced. Now, I'm good at this sort of stuff. I love logo type design. So the reason why you're having trouble with spacing here is because it's not neat enough. The spacing in between the A is way too large. You've got these connectors here. So you see this old connector, this one here. This is the same size as the bowl of the A, which is this, if not larger. I would just bring that down just a tiny bit, unless you want it to feel more loosey-goosey. I think the problem that you're having here, the spacing in between it isn't the big issue. It's the consistency between the characters. By that, I mean, we need to look at every single part of this design and try to make it consistent. So for example, when we're looking at monoline type, which is what I've got here, mine's a bit tidier. When I'm creating this, I'm not looking at the characters here. I'm actually looking at these parts, the bottom parts. Now, if you notice here, these are all very similar to one another. All these bottom parts here look similar in style, weight, shape, and form. And this is how we create it. We try to get it as consistent as possible to get this nice uniform shape. Because remember, type is all about shapes. However, with yours, you can see that they're not consistent at all. Some of them are round, some of them are a bit flatter. You can see the M here is a bit flatter. All these connectors don't start at the same point, and the baseline moves up on the I. So you've got this kind of not balanced design. And that's where you're getting the spacing idea from. You're thinking that it's a spacing problem, but it really isn't. It's a consistency problem throughout the whole part of the design. For instance, the T, so the crossbar, which is this part here, needs to be further down. So it needs to actually come a bit further down so it just comes above this top of the I. I mean, you've done a fantastic job. I like the way that it feels almost like innocent because it feels like you've just written it down. And if that's what you're trying to go for, that's fine. If you just want it to feel like it's been scribed down. But if you wanted to go for that more professional approach, which I'm assuming you would like to, it's all about the focus at the bottom here of the type. It's about making sure that all the lines are consistent. For instance, this A here, you've got a circle and you've got this bar coming down. This bar coming down should be copied over to this bar here. Another example from mine, this bar of the A is exactly the same as the bar of the I here. It's just moved down slightly. So the angle is the same all the way through. Obviously, I'm using mine as a reference, but you don't have to have it like mine. Obviously, everyone's different. Every design can be different. But that's personally what I would do. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe, watch the other videos. We've got like over 50 Reddit critiques and we upload them every single week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you soon. Goodbye.